here with the Knights. And we'll mention this internet radio broadcast is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Robbie Kendall, providing internet radio access for putmeinsports.com since 2008. Again, we do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention they're dragging the field right now, getting it manicured. And I will mention the Rensselaer Central Bombers have taken their infield, getting ready for baseball on a Wednesday. This game was supposed to happen last night. Mother Nature took over. And as Coach Bourdonnais says, you can't control Mother Nature. That's just part of the game. So they rescheduled for tonight. They're wanting to get this second West Division game in for the conference. And I will mention tomorrow night, there is a difference happening. We'll mention the Knights are not going to play at Northwestern tomorrow because Hamilton Heights last night, they were Northwestern, they were rained out also. So they rescheduled their game. That's a conference game in the East Division. So they rescheduled that game for tomorrow night. So that means Northwestern cannot play Lafayette Central Catholic. And Hamilton Heights will play Northwestern. I think that's their second game of the two-game set for the East Division of the Hoosier Conference. So tomorrow night, Coach Bourdonnais picked up a game. Hamilton should say Central Catholic tomorrow night going to travel to Lawrence Central High School. Lawrence Central Bears, and they'll play there, and that'll be a 6 o'clock start time tomorrow night at Lawrence Central High School. They have a quality high school, definitely. My brother-in-law did some brick work there. And my brother-in-law, I tell you what, he was a heck of a football player at Hamilton Heights. I mentioned when he was I think a sophomore, maybe a junior, I think sophomore, he wore number 91. He played tight end in his freshman year. Then the coaching staff wised up, put number 44 on his uniform, and he played tailback, and we're sure happy that he did. And he was unstoppable. But that was the good old days, and a little while back. But also mentioned my father-in-law. My father-in-law went to school at Lawrence Central. He was a Bear, and that's no pun intended. But we'll mention a little bit about each school. First, we'll talk about the Rensselaer Central Bombers. Rensselaer Central Bombers High School, they have a school enrollment of 521. They're in sectional 17. That's in class 3A. There are 8 in their sectional. Not a lot of sectionals consist of 8 teams, but theirs have 8 in it. That's Andrean, Boone Grove, Calumet, Griffith, Hanover Central, Highland, Rensselaer Central Bombers, and River Forest. The principal at Rensselaer Central High School is Mr. Andrew Jones. The athletic director is Mr. Kenneth Hickman. The athletic trainer is, I think it's Carriel Hoagland. And I will mention the athletic secretary. She was most instrumental for Put Me in Sports. Katie Billieu. We'll go with that. And we'll mention Rensselaer Central High School is located at 1106 East Grace Street, Rensselaer Central. I should say Rensselaer, Indiana, 47978. On the web, you can find them at rensselaercentral.com. They wear the colors red and black. They perform in the Hoosier Conference. Hoosier Conference, we'll mention Rensselaer Central Bombers are in the West Division. And we'll mention their head coach is Jared Courtney. Jared Courtney, the head coach, got to meet him the other night, a couple nights ago. What a quality gentleman. I appreciate him. And we'll also mention their next game on their agenda. After this game, they're going to begin up again next week on Monday, the 29th, 5:30 ball game. It'll be West Lafayette at Rensselaer Central. And then Tuesday, they'll play the April 30th game at 5:45. That's the projected start time. Rensselaer Central will be at West Lafayette. So the first game's at Rensselaer Central. The second game is at West Lafayette. That's Monday and Tuesday next week. That is a conference game, West Division matchup. So They're working right there. And I will mention, I looked this up, had to look at basketball and football just for human interest. It is definitely interesting to me. We'll mention next year, Hoosier Conference is going to jumble up just a little bit, maybe a lot of bit. I'm not sure what this is, but here's what it's going to be. Football in the Hoosier Conference 2024-25. They're going to go with a big school division and a small school division. In the big school division, it is Hamilton Heights, Logansport. Yes, Logansport is going to enter the Hoosier Conference next year. And then Twin Lakes, West Lafayette, Western. So in the big school division for football, it's Hamilton Heights, Logansport, Twin Lakes, West Lafayette, Western. In the small school division for the Hoosier Conference next season, that's next year, school year 24-25. In the small school division, 4 teams: Benton Central, Central Catholic, Rensselaer Central, Tipton. So the small school division for football is Benton Central, Central Catholic, Rensselaer Central, and Tipton. Now basketball. Basketball a little bit different. Hoosier Conference basketball for 2024-25. They're going to go back to an East Division and a West Division for basketball. In the East, Hamilton Heights, Logansport, Tipton, Western. Again, that's Hamilton Heights, Logansport, Tipton, Western, East Division basketball. West Division basketball, Benton Central, Central Catholic, Rensselaer Central, Twin Lakes, West Lafayette. Again, West Division basketball is Benton Central, Central Catholic, Rensselaer Central, Twin Lakes, West Lafayette. Baseball, I'm not sure about, but that's football and basketball, Hoosier Conference next year. We'll talk a little bit about the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. They have a school enrollment of 296. They're in sectional 54. That's class 1A. And there are 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will take place here at Central Catholic High School. In their sectional, in current records of each team, alphabetically, Attica, 2-7, Covington, 3-7, Fountain Central, 5-6, Central Catholic, 11-4, North Vermilion, 0-10, Riverton Park, 4-7. The principal at Central Catholic High School is Mr. Darrell Beck. The athletic director is Mr. Tim Bourdonnais. The assistant athletic director is Mr. Charlie Roberts. Central Catholic High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. You can dial them by telephone at 765-474-2496. On the web, lccathletics.com. They were the colors, navy and white. They perform in the Hoosier Conference West Division. As mentioned, currently 11-4 on the season, 6-0 in the West Division. Head coach Tim Bourdonnais, he's a 1987 graduate from Central Catholic High School. And we did talk about the game tomorrow night. It's going to be at Lawrence Central High School, 6 o'clock start time. No game at Northwestern tomorrow. They will be busy with Hamilton Heights. And so tomorrow night, 6 o'clock at Lawrence Central. Friday night, it'll be Central Catholic at Rossville. That's a 5:30 start. That's this Friday, April 26th. And then we're going to set this down for opening prayer and national anthem.
God, our Heavenly Father, help these athletes to see the things that last and change the world. Keep their eyes always fixed on you. Help them be good students, strong athletes, and example of deep faith. Help them be just and fair in all their endeavors. Give them the strength which comes from your will. Yes, Jesus Christ our Lord.
That is our national anthem. It was instrumental, sounded nice. Both teams representing each other. And I will mention Rensselaer Central, third base dugout in this contest. Central Catholic in the first base dugout. Will mention is supposed to get up to, I think, 55 today. 55 degrees. They say this time of year it's supposed to be about 67. So we're not complaining. We've got some good weather. It goes bad, good weather, goes cold. But I think 80-degree temperatures coming up this weekend, maybe Sunday. It's going to be back near 80 degrees. So we'll mention Rensselaer Central Bombers are wearing the white pants. They're going with the black jersey, white numerals. They are going to be easy to read. And the Knights going with the white uniforms, pants, jersey with the stripes, pinstripes, navy blue socks. And they're going with a white hat. So we'll also mention on the pitcher's rubber right now for the Knights getting some warm-up tosses is number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg, we'll mention on the season. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 215. Pretty stout young man. Played third base a couple nights ago. He's listed as a third baseman and a pitcher. He's got 17 and 2/3 innings under his belt this season so far. He's given up 6 runs. 3 of those runs were earned. He has faced 83 batters. He's pitched 254 pitches. He's got 2 wins, 2 losses. He's given up 19 hits. And I will also mention, I think I misspoke. Nope. That's it. But I will mention 7 base on balls. He struck out 14. 6 of those strikeouts went down looking, and he's hit 2 batters along the way. So they're getting ready to throw the ball down, second base. Knights on the infield. We'll mention doing the catching tonight. Gus Sandberg's battery partner is Ethan Miller. Ethan Miller, he's a freshman. We'll talk about him. He wears number 29. Number 10 at first base is Lucas Gerke. Second base, number 12, Alex Schumer. At shortstop, number 9, Hudson Gutwine. Third base, Gavin Boutel, 17. Left field, 34, Keaton Brooks. Center field, Bren Robbins wears number 33. And in right field, number 20, Caden Minnick. First batter steps in, Caden Rowland. Swung on, ground ball. Shortstop in the hole, backhand. Hudson Gutwine throws it across the diamond, couldn't make the play. It was a short hop at 6:22 p.m. So Ethan Miller had to back up the first base. It was deep in the hole. Shortstop, Hudson Gutwine. He made a strong throw to first base. It's short hopped, I should mention, about 10 or 12 feet. It stayed low. Tough play for anyone, and it got by Gerke. So 1 aboard. Going to be an infield hit, I'm quite sure. They haven't put it on the board yet, but I would guess that's an infield hit for Rowland. Next batter steps in, another right-handed batter, number 1, Jace O'Neill. Here's the pitch from Sandberg. Bunt right back to Sandberg. They'll throw to first base. They'll get the put out. Mission is accomplished. They moved Caden Rowland to second base. They give up the out from Jace O'Neill. So they're working right there. I just got a text in. It says, Ryan Schumer just texted me. I think he's going to maybe listen to his brother playing second base in this ball game. His brother, Alex Schumer, a sophomore athlete. So Ryan Schumer is at Calvin University. He's playing baseball there. And I'm quite sure he's studying quite well. I did text him a while ago. He let me know he had finals coming up. We're now stretch. Here's a pitch, breaking pitch across the dish, strike called. In the batter's box is number 8, Caden Armstrong. He's batting in the third spot. He plays third base for Rensselaer Central. Out of set, check second base. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. Might have been outside half of the plate. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Caden Armstrong. Peering in, looking at signals. Gus Sandberg out of the set, check second. He'll step off the back. Steps off the back. Didn't want to pitch yet. He has that right. Steps back in, out of the set. Here comes the pitch to Armstrong. Swung on. He'll get a base hit. It's going to go in the gap, left center field. Going to bounce once. Going to be backhanded on the hop by Bren Robbins. And he's going to take Second, no, try to get to second base, and they're going to call him out. They're going to call him out at second base. He's going to come up a little bit gimpy. Maybe a little bit of a late slide there, not too much of a late slide. But Caden Armstrong gives medium 5, low 5s to Coach Jared Courtney and the runner at third base, which is Caden Rowland. So there are 2 out here in the top of the first with a runner at third base. Breaking pitch again right across the dish. Gus Sandberg with good placement of that curveball. Right-handed batter, Caden Webb. He's the 4-hitter. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch there, lost the grip inside a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's step back in. Caden Webb, he plays shortstop for the Bombers. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, didn't get the grip there. It's going to be hit by pitch. So Gus Sandberg going to pick up hit by pitch number 3 on the season. That's not too bad when you talk about throwing 254 pitches. So he jogs down to first base. Caden Webb, runners on the corners. Webb at first base and Rowland at third base. Stepping in, left-handed batter, Tyson Cotner. Tyson Cotner, first pitch, he'll take it the other way. It's foul territory. It's going to float out of play. Gavin Boutel ran out of real estate, gave it a good effort. So no balls, 1 strike. 5-hitter, Tyson Cotner. He's playing second base. Left-handed batter. Wears number 12. He'll step back in. A little bit of an open stance, a little bit of a closed stance, not much on the instep. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Lets it go by, strike called. Count goes 0-2. Has that orange bat. Orange bat, he's got orange shoes on underneath his heels. He likes orange. Maybe he should move a little bit to the south, about 60 miles. Pitch comes in outside a ball. I should say 100 miles. But I'll mention Rensselaer Central probably traveled at least 40 miles to get here tonight. They probably had to wait on a bus. That's customary for a high school. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll foul 1 back, out of play. He'll stay in that box with a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5-hitter, number 12, Tyson Cotner. Tyson Cotner going to step back in. Tyson Cotner is a member of the freshman class. Working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes the sophomore pitch. You're going to take it to center field. It's going to be enough air underneath it. Bryn Robbins is going to land underneath it. It'll make the catch. So the Knights get out of the inning. And we'll mention Rensselaer Central leave 2 on base. So at the end of half an inning, still no score. And we do thank you for tuning in. And I'm right up here in the booth, right here above the booth, we got Mr. Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick, I tell you what, Colton, it's great to see you again.
Yes, it is. It's been it's been state last time I met you.
I tell you what, Colton, you're a freshman now. You're getting bigger. You're getting taller, I can tell. And you're looking forward to your high school career, aren't you?
Yes, I'm looking forward for next year since I'm injured all this year. So
how's that injury working out? You went to Riley. Can you share anything with us?
I have a stress fracture. I'm out until July, so I miss all high school, and then I'm going to miss travel ball as well.
Stress fracture, that's nothing. When you think about the timeline of life, you put your timeline out there. You're born, then you're going to be 100, and you look right here on this little dot, little pinhead, that's where you're at with a stress fracture.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long, but I really enjoyed playing baseball and being with all my teammates and playing as a team. So
you're going to be back, no question. I know you've got 1 game that you played in.
It was the scrimmage. I got balls hit to me, and I guess made some plays. So yeah,
you're having a good time. I tell you what, Colton, it's always a blessing to be beside you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. That's Colton. He's going to run the camera. His dad, Kit, probably behind center field wall. He's behind the center field wall. They take some custom video. They learn from the video, and I'm not sure. I think they put it on Max Preps. some clips on Max Preps. So they're getting ready to play the game right now, and I'm home plate umpire. We'll mention around the diamond for the Bombers. Doing the pitching is number 6, Caden Rowland. His battery partner, catcher, is Jackson Jones. I should mention Caden Rowland. Where's number 6? Jackson Jones, number 15, behind the dish. First base, number 4, Daniel Marlowe. Second base, number 12, Tyson Cotner. At shortstop, number 9, Caden Webb. At third base, number 8, Caden Armstrong. In left field, number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. In center field, number 11, Kaysen Shanley. And in right field, number 1, Jace O'Neill. We'll mention Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland wears number 6. He's a senior class member. Thus far on the season, he's thrown 5 innings, and he's started 2 games. This is number 3. This is his 5th appearance as a pitcher. He has faced 46 batters thus far this season. So they're getting some wind up right now. They're working it around. And I'm getting loose. Central Catholic going to send to the plate. It's going to first 3 batters will be number 9, Hudson Gutwine, number 10, Lucas Gerke, and number 20, Caden Minnick. So they're getting warmed up there on the infield. Outfield is already ready. They've thrown their baseballs into the dugout. And baseball here at Central Catholic on a Wednesday night. Wind's barely blowing, just a little bit, not a whole lot. The flag in center field is laying straight down, not enough wind to blow it around. And Knight's getting ready to bat. Pretty festive atmosphere. Baseball, hot dogs, and Chevrolet. I think that's what they say. But so getting warmed up there is Caden Rowland. I tell you what, Colton, you know the NFL draft starts tomorrow night. You know who has first pick? Chicago. You're right. Bears. Is that your team? You like the Bengals? I like the Bengals, especially when Kenny Anderson was quarterback. Number 14, he was better when he had a mustache. Stepping in, first batter for the Knights, number 9, Hudson Gutwine. First pitch from Caden Rowland. Foul ball back out of play over the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter Hudson Gutwine. He'll step back in. Working from the windup. Caden Rowland, 1 foot on the rubber, left foot off. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, back to the screen. He's just underneath the baseball. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Going to step back in, straightaway stance. In the batter's box right there. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, second base. Tyson Cotner couldn't make the play. It's going to go into right field, picked up by Jace O'Neill. And Hudson Gutwine is going to reach on air. Next batter going to step in is going to be the 2-hitter, number 10, Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke playing first base, looking at signals. Third base coach, Tim Bourdonnais. Working right there. Left-handed batter's box, Lucas Gerke. Peering in, looking at signals, out of stretch. Caden Rowland. Long peer, checks first base. Now out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 aboard. Knights batting in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Peering in, looking at signals out of stretch. Now the set. Here's a pitch from Rowland. Just outside, a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. If an umpire can maintain the strike zone he's calling, it'd be a good game, especially for the pitchers. Out of the set, here comes a pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Steps back in. Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke, a member of the junior class. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, taken off for second base. is Hudson Gutwine. He'll slide in safe. Nice throw to second base by Jackson Jones. And Hudson Gutwine going to pick up stolen base number 10 on the season. As mentioned, Hudson Gutwine is yet to be thrown out. So runner at second base, 2-2 count to Lucas Gerke. Here comes the pitch from Roland. Just missed outside a ball. That's a tight strike zone. That's tight. I mean, if he can maintain that strike zone, the batter's going to benefit, and the pitcher is going to be somewhat happy. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball between third and short, picked up deep in the hole at shortstop. Going to be an infield hit for Lucas Gerke. Nice play at shortstop. Caden Webb back in, similar to the Hudson Gutwine play in the top of the first. So he throws over, couldn't get the put out with Marlowe. Runners on the corners for Central Catholic. Stepping in, 3-hitter for the Knights, number 20, Caden Minnick. Stepping off the mound right there, getting reacquainted. He'll step back in, Caden Rowland. Working from the stretch, peering in, looking at signals, checks first base. Now the set position. Here comes the first pitch to Caden. It's inside and tight. It's going to hit him. Hit by pitch. Now left-handed batter's box. Caden Minnick not real keen on getting hit by pitch, especially last year. He got one in the ribs that cost him some effort and probably some trainer activity, but he stayed in the game. Stayed in all the games he could play in. He missed a few at the beginning of the season, but he ended the season with 9 hit by pitches. Out of the set, Bryn Robbins in the batter's box. Pitch comes in high and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Minnick has now been hit by pitch 3 times this season. Here comes the pitch. Good block. Slid right side. Catcher Jackson Jones saved a run. That would have been a wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Bryn Robbins, right-handed batter's box. Bases are loaded for the Knights. Nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. Breaking pitch finished just above the zone. Right-handed pitcher Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland, quite an athlete. Caden Rowland, a senior class member. Out of the set, checks second, checks third. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch just above the zone. To get that release point figured out, he's going to have a good strike with that breaking pitch. Ball 4 puts Bryn Robbins at first base, and coming in from third base, going to score the first run is Hudson Gutwine. So runners still occupying each base. Stepping in, 5-hitter, Jackson Kane. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball, back to the screen. Healthy cut, Jackson Kane, healthy cut a couple of nights ago over at Rensselaer Central. Jackson found the left center field wall, put a baseball over the wall right there for a 2-run home run. Out of the set, here comes the pitch from Roland. Good block once again. Jackson Jones saved a run, definitely right there. That definitely would have been a wild pitch. And Jackson's going to step back in, a 1-1 count. Jackson is batting in place of the catcher, Ethan Miller. Ethan Miller, the catcher, wears 29. Coach Borden giving him an opportunity to play today. He is a freshman. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Steps back in. Straightaway stance. Infield is in at first base and maybe a little bit in at third base. Pitch comes in, ground ball. Second base, fielded by Cotner. They'll go 4, 6, but won't get 3. The throw comes over to first base. It's off target. Goes back to the foul fence. And the Knights are going to pick up a run right there. Actually, 2 come in to score. Lucas Gerke and Caden Minnick. And we'll mention stepping in is number 34, Keaton Brooks. So there's 1 out here on the diamond. Stepping in, left-handed batter, 34, Keaton Brooks. So they got the out at second base. It was Caden Webb to Tyson Cotner. That was so 1 out. Stepping in, Keaton Brooks. First pitch from Roland. Outside edge, strike call. Might have been outside half. I hope it was outside half because that outside edge is still available. No balls, 1 strike. Working from the stretch. Checks first base a couple times. Now out of the set. Here comes the pitch taken off for second base. Is Jackson Kane. No throw. He'll slide in, head first slide. Safe at second. And Jackson Kane picks up his second stolen base on the season. Stepping back in, Keaton Brooks. Out of the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Right down half, I should say outside half again. Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keaton Brooks in the ballgame. Batting 6th position, left fielder. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Second base, Tyson Cotner. He'll get the play at first base. There's 2 out. And Jackson Kane moves from second base to third base. So the next batter in the lineup for the Knights is going to be number 30. He's batting in the 7th spot. Gus Sandberg, as you know, he's doing the pitching for the Knights. Right-handed batter's box. So 2 out. Sun's coming out. Throwing some shadows out there. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch finishes upstairs. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Very few signals given from third base coach Tim Bourdonnais stepping back in. Gus Sandberg out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 2. And Jackson Jones getting a little bit of a workout here in the bottom of the first inning. Makes another block stop right there. Kept the ball in front of him. Jackson Kane has to stay still at third base. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Here comes the pitch. A bit tall, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. He'll step back in. Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg, sophomore athlete. Pitched as a freshman. He's in the ball game here. Let's say a strike call. 3-1 count. Pitch came in. It was a take sign. Let it go by. It was outside edge. Might have been a breaking pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 4. Home plate umpire looking for strikes. That home plate umpire, when he sees the pitcher in his windup, and that pitch is released to home plate, he's thinking strike, strike, strike until it's proven to be a ball. So Gus Sandberg going to have a courtesy runner at first base. I think it's Seppinger, 41 Seppinger. Tall guy out there. Yes, it is. Stepping in is Alex Schumer. He plays second base in today's ball game. Sophomore athlete. He's got 3 RBI. Here comes the pitch. They're going to step off. They're going to go 31. They're going to go to second base. They're going to say he's out. So Alex Schumer will bat in the bottom of the second inning, and they throw him out. And then they try the 31 technique. I don't know if you know, Colton, but this is the only league you can do that play anymore. It's only in the high school level that 31 is available. I'm kind of wondering why they didn't get rid of it. It used to be in Babe Ruth. It used to be in MLB, but MLB is way too tall and above the system to do that. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. FritzandFishers.com. They buy, they sell, they trade, and they'll help you with your financing. They have quality cars, trucks, SUVs, preferred low mileage, and one owner automobiles. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is in Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them up there in Fishers at 317-842-2228. Again, that's 317-842-2228. Their second location is between Noblesville and Westfield. It's a Noblesville address right there along State Road 32. You can dial them up there at 317-773-2232. Again, that's 317-773-2232. You can visit them online or you can stop by either dealership. That's fritzenfishers.com, FRITZ. So stepping in, going to bat here in the top of the second inning. Right-handed batter. Here comes the first pitch from Sandberg. Swung on. Ground ball at Jackson Jones in the batter's box. Ground ball. Alex Schumer fields it at second base. Throws over to first base. Lucas Gerke. There's one out. Top of the second inning. No score. I take that back. Meyer, 3 runs in for the Knights. I'm just used to saying no score because we have some games that just tight games because there's good baseball. Here comes a pitch from Sandberg. Low for ball 1. In the batter's box is number 4, Daniel Marlowe. He plays first base for the Bombers. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Doing the catching here is Ethan Miller. Where's number 29? Freshman. You're probably familiar with him. Have you played summer ball with him, Colton? Not quite, but you're familiar with him because you guys are teammates, classmates even. So pitch comes in. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Gutwein couldn't clean it. It hopped up. He had that glove. Had the opening upward because the hop was quick. It went off the butt of that glove, goes slightly into the grass. So reaching first base is Daniel Marlowe. Stepping in is the 8-hitter, number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes, left fielder. Right-handed batter's box. Lafayette. Here's a pitch from Sandberg. Low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 runner aboard at first base is Daniel Marlowe. Pitching from the windup. Now he'll step off the back and work back around and step in from the stretch. So he got off the rubber there. He had to step back with his opposite start foot. Here comes a pitch from Sandberg. Breaking pitch finished just above the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. Some fans on hand here tonight. They're dressed for a cold evening. Peering in, looking at signals. Lafayette, Sandberg. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. So a 3-0 count to the 8-hitter, number 10, Diego Reyes. See if he has a take sign or see if he's going to swing away. Here's a pitch. Right down meridian, knee high, strike called. 3 balls, 1 strike. You're going to step back in. Lafayette, here comes the 3-1. Pitch comes in just above the zone. Ball 4. Going to be 2 aboard here in the top of the second inning for the Bombers. Bombers finished the first inning with 2 aboard. Left 2 on base. There's nobody out. Right-handed batter's box. Kason Shanley was number 11. He's the 9-hitter. Lafayette, here comes the pitch. Strike called right down meridian, about knee high, maybe a little bit below the kneecaps. That lower strike zone is a lot better than the umpire making you swing at one above the thigh. Here comes a pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Shortstop. Hudson Gutwein, 6'4". They'll go to 3. Couldn't get him at first base, but they get the out at second base. Fielder's choice. Gutwein to Schumer. Schumer throws it back across the diamond, second to first base. And by that time, safe at first base is Kason Shanley. So 1 out, 2 aboard. Runners are on the corners for the Bombers. Stepping back in, going to bat second time in the ball game, Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland, the pitcher of record, trying to help himself as a batter. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, you're going to pop it up on the infield. Going to be called for by Gavin Boutel, and he'll catch it just inside the line. I guess they're working right there. I think I might have said 1 out, but 2 outs. But they get out of the inning. They leave 2 on board again, and the Knights are going to bat in the bottom of the second inning. So at the end of 1.5, Knights 3, Bombers 0. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention tonight's ball game is also in part being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment since 1955. ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com, your Central Indiana equipment dealer, serving customers and the community. Yes, since 1955. Reynolds Farm Equipment, family owned and operated. Reynolds Farm Equipment supplies farmers, landscapers, contractors, and homeowners of Central Indiana with a full line of new and used John Deere products. Parts and service for agriculture, residential, and commercial construction equipment. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 12 noon. They are closed on Sunday. You can also stop in Reynolds Farm Equipment. You can visit Titus Bakery and Deli. Titus Bakery and Deli, you can enjoy breakfast and or lunch. Titus Bakery and Deli, their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Their location, Hamilton County, at 1451 East 276th Street. That's an Atlanta, Indiana address. It's 5-6 miles from Atlanta. It's 46031. They're located along US 31 in northern Hamilton County, right there at 276th Street. Stepping into bat for the Knights for the second time. He did not accept a pitch in his first at bat. The runner was thrown out, stealing second base. So stepping in once again is number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer batting in the 8th spot for the Knights. He's second baseman, left-handed batter's box. We're from the windup, Caden Rowland, first pitch. Swung on, ground ball, foul, right side. Got around on that rather quick. Takes it against the foul fence just beyond the Knights dugout. So no balls, 1 strike. He'll step back in. Looks pretty comfortable. Pretty good stance. Here comes the pitch from Rowland. High and away, ball 1. Steps 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Looking for signals, no signals given. Steps back in. Out of the windup, Caden Rowland. Here's the pitch to Schumer. Inside and low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. First batter here in the bottom of the second inning is Alex Schumer. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. You're going to step back in. Right-handed hurler, Caden Rowland, senior class member. Here's the pitch. High for ball 4. So release point is trying to be located by each pitcher. And they'll get to it. I should mention, Rowland wearing a sweatshirt, a lighter sweatshirt, light in nature underneath his black jersey, black sweatshirt. He has a hat out the back of his jersey. He's not going to use it, I'm guessing. But stepping into bat is 17, Gavin Boutel. Pickoff move at first base. Back safely is Schumer. Tag was applied by Daniel Marlowe. So right-handed batter's box. Gavin Boutel working from the stretch. Looks at first base. Now the set. Pickoff move again. High throw over there. Tag still applied by Marlowe, but back safely. Head first is Alex Schumer. Stepping back in, Gavin Boutel. A little bit of an open stance, not a whole lot. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Coach Bourdonnais giving signals at third base. Coach Alex Schumer at first base. Going to get a modest lead. We're going to now stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. He's taking off. Second base. It's a run and hit. It's going to get by the third baseman. Caught it in the hole right there. Shortstop backhands it, but he has no throw to make. It was a good stop, though. A nice effort. Good stop by Caden Webb, the shortstop. So the Knights have two aboard. That one's going to go as an infield hit. In the hit department right now on the scoreboard, Knights have two. Bombers have two. So runners at first and second base. We're going to now stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Hudson Gutwein going to put a bunt down. It's going to go airborne. Catcher Jackson Jones didn't know it was popped up right there at the plate. Might have got about 8 or 10 feet high, I'm guessing. But then by that time, Jackson Jones couldn't see it. They were trying to help him verbally from the dugout. But that's just a quick bang, bang play. It lands a foul ball there in the dirt behind home plate. So two aboard for the Knights. Hudson Gutwein steps back in. Gutwein, 15 games, 61 plate appearances, 42 at-bats. Here comes the pitch. Tries a breaking pitch, stays inside. It's going to be hit by pitch. So Gutwein going to jog down to first base. Bases are going to be loaded. And Hudson Gutwein, believe it or not, going to get hit by pitch for the ninth time, 9 times. And the Knights have only played 15 games. So stepping into bat, Lucas Gerke got himself aboard with a base hit on the infield last time. Pitch comes in low for ball 1. So the infield is in just inside the lip of the grass here at Gordon Leming Field. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded. Lucas Gerke batting. Pitch comes in above the zone, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put him. Lucas Gerke, left-handed batter's box. Out of the set, rolling. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. Take pitch likely for Gerke. Peering in, looking at signals. Rolling out of the set. Checks third. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Right down meridian. Fastball. Splits the plate at knee high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Stepping back in, Lucas Gerke. Might have the green light here. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So jogging in from third base is Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer crosses the plate. And we'll mention Alex Schumer scores his 2nd run of the season. So stepping in now is Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick, left-handed batter's box. Senior class member. Bases loaded. Here comes a pitch from Roland. Right down meridian, but just low. Roland is kind of giving some body language. You probably thought that was a strike. I mean, we can't see. We're straight behind the umpire. And here comes the pitch. Again, must have been low for ball 2. So trying to pitch gingerly to Caden Minnick. Caden Minnick would have a good hand over fist swing. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on, he'll pop one right side out of play. And it's going to get just beyond the concession stand. So Minnick going to step back in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Caden Minnick, 15 games, 61 plate appearances, 52 at-bats. He's batting .288 on base percentage, .393. Here comes the pitch. High and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Infield in. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 2nd inning. 1 run in here in the 2nd for the Knights. Pitch comes in tight, ball 4. And Knights going to bring one in from third base. Touching the plate. Right there is Gavin Boutel. So Caden Minnick almost got hit with ball 4. That's not fun if that happens. So timeout on the diamond. Coach Jared Courtney going out to talk with his infield, talk with his pitchers. And I will mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by your home away from home. Do you sometimes wonder how relaxing it would be to take your family to Florida, but you don't have a place to stay? Well, you can enjoy that home away from home in Davenport, Florida. Enjoy a 4 bedroom, 4.5 bath, spacious town home with a private pool available for short term or long term stays. And I will finish this up in a moment. Stepping into bat is number 33, Bryn Robbins. Bases are all occupied, nobody out. Stepping back in the rubber, pitching from a stretch, Caden Rowland. Now out of the set, first pitch to Bryn, outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Bryn Robbins, right-handed batter's box, stepping back in. Bryn Robbins, 56 plate appearances, 44 at-bats. Ground ball. Going to be back to the pitcher. Going to go off his shin. We'll hope he's okay. Tried to glove it. Couldn't make the play. It's going to be an infield hit and an RBI for Robbins. But Caden Rowland, a little bit gimpy. The infield umpire going to walk over, check with him, make sure that he's actually okay to continue. Jared Courtney, the head coach, stays in the dugout. Caden Rowland, I found out a couple of nights ago, he's a football player, and he absolutely looks like one. Looks like he's lived in the weight room for a couple, 3 years. He's got some muscles on him. We're going to now stretch, now the set. Here's the pitch. Jackson Kane, third base, going to get by his glove. It's going to veer off the glove and by third base and into foul territory after the carom off the glove. And Knights bring 2 to the plate. Number 10, Lucas Gerke, and number 20, Caden Minnick. Knights have 5 in here in the second. Stepping in, Keaton Brooks. Runners at first and second base, nobody out. Out of the set, Rowland, here's the pitch. Just low, ball 1. Trying to work that outside edge. That was about the outside half, a bit low. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Stepping back in, Keaton Brooks. Left-handed batter's box, out of the set, here's the pitch. High and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Peering in, looking at signals. Now the set position. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Brooks. Swung on, he'll foul this one straight back. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Steps out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He'll step back in. Working from a stretch, now the set. In the high grass. Pitch comes in, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. A little bit left. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, now the set. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. High for ball 4 to Brooks. So that's going to load the bases once again. And next batter in the lineup going to be number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg doing the pitching for the Knights. Knights going to go with the courtesy runner again. It's Isaac Seppinger at first base. Should say a pinch runner. Stepping in, Gus Sandberg, home plate umpire, put his gear on. He had to make some notes on that miniature stenographer's pad he's got in his pocket. He is an umpire and an accountant. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set, check second base. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Gus Sandberg, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. No signals given, just a hand clap signal at third base, Coach Bourdonnais. One ball, no strikes. Now out of the set, here comes the pitch. High and tight. Ball two. Sandberg had to do the limbo a little bit to get out of the way of that one. He'll step back in. Two balls, no strikes. We're going to stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Nice healthy cut. Back to the screen. Two balls, one strike. Gus Sandberg steps back in. Outfield playing straight away, playing a little bit shallow in center field. Wind's kind of blowing in a little bit. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian. Strike called. Count goes even at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Gus Sandberg back in the box. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Rowland. Here's the pitch. High for ball three. Three balls, two strikes. Gus Sandberg batting here in the bottom of the second inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the set. Here comes the 3-2. Going to get by the glove there. Short hop the glove. A difficult stop to make. Jackson Jones. And it's ball four anyway. So run comes in from third base. Bryn Robbins scores the run. And Gus Sandberg going to give way to a courtesy runner. It's going to be number 25, sophomore, Vince Talenko. Vince Talenko is 6 foot 155. He's a pitcher and an outfielder. Vince Talenko, 25, sophomore athlete. Stepping back in, second time, number 12, Alex Schumer. Out of the set. First pitch to Alex. Strike called. And that might have been an encouragement pitch for the pitcher. So no balls, one strike. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Rowland out of the set. Here's the pitch. And Alex Schumer is going to get hit by pitch in that left-handed batter's box. He's going to gimpily jog to first base. He's going to jog it off. We know that. And so he removes the apparatus, the elbow, and he steps in there and he puts a sliding mitt on. So Knights have 3 aboard. They have 7 runs in here in the second inning. In the batter's box is Gavin Boutel, third baseman, number 17. Here's the pitch. Right down meridian, strike called with a fastball. Caden Rowland, number 6, peering in. Out stretch. Now the set. Checks third base. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Gavin Boutel. Line shot just over the glove of the shortstop. It's a base hit for Boutel. And 2 RBI come in to score. Isaac Seppinger and Talenko. So 2 aboard for the Knights. Nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. Next batter stepping in, third time in the ball game, Hudson Gutwine, right into batter's box. 2 aboard, first and second base. We're going to stretch, now the set. They're going to call a balk. I'm not sure. I thought he stepped off the back. I think he moved his left foot towards first base initially and then stepped back. So probably a good call. They called a balk, and these guys have licenses, and they got to earn them. They can have an open book test, but they still got to earn them because the test isn't very easy if you want to take it 24 hours time. It's not very easy. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, right side, back out of play. If you want to be an umpire, you can be. I was told in the association I go to that umpires are probably the least. I mean, they don't have as many umpires for high school baseball as they do in relationship to basketball or football. They've got basketball and football somewhat okay, but umpires is something they need. So ball goes out of play, foul ball. Gutwine, count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Out of the set, here's the pitch. I'm going to strike him out. And Gutwine's going to walk to the dugout. He'll go down looking. But sometimes, I tell you what, these players are going to the plate trying to better their batting average, trying to get a scholarship of some sort, maybe to play baseball. And then you get rung up on one above the letters or close to it. Going to be a base hit the other way. Gerke. Gerke's going to single and an RBI. And Knight's RBI coming in to score is Alex Schumer. Stepping in, Caden Minnick. Working from the mound right there is Caden Rowland. You're going to step off the back there. Look at some signals. Pulls something out of the back pocket. Looks at some numbers. Steps back in the rubber. Peered in, looking at signals from catcher Jackson Jones. Here's the pitch to Minnick. First pitch, a bit tall, maybe a bit outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Caden Minnick, third time in the lineup. 2 aboard, first and third base. Breaking pitch in there, high and away, ball 2. Minnick steps back in. 2 balls, no strikes. Peering in, looking at signals, now out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swung on, you go the other way. You'll go to left field with it. Going to camp underneath it and make the catch. They're going to try to tag at third base. Throw will be cut off by the third baseman. Coming in to score is Gavin Buttel. And Caden Minnick will get an RBI without a time at bat against his average. So we get the free RBI for the most part. Stepping in, Brent Robbins, 2 out. Runner still at first base. Working out the stretch, now the set. Rowland, here's the pitch. Robbins going to pop it up. Right field, shallow. Called for by the second baseman. A few steps back out in the grass. Catch is made by Tyson Cotner. And there are 3 out. And at the end of 2 complete, Knights 14, Bombers 0. Bombers are going to bat here in the top of the 3rd inning. And we'll mention this game is also in parts, as mentioned, brought to you by your home away from home. We'll start that again. We'll mention, do you sometimes wonder how relaxing it would be to take your family to Florida, but you don't have a place to stay? Well, you can enjoy that home away from home in Davenport, Florida. You can enjoy a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, spacious town home with a private pool, available for short-term or long-term stays. Davenport, Florida is a vacation destination in northeastern Polk County, close proximity to the Walt Disney theme park in Orlando. And if you enjoy the warm sand and the sunny beaches, just 90 minutes separate you from Cocoa Beach, Clearwater Beach, Daytona Beach, and New Smyrna beaches. You and your family could jump on a plane or hop in a car. When you get to Davenport, Florida, there you are. To inquire, you can direct your emails to 353captiva@gmail.com. Again, that's 353captiva@gmail.com. And again, that's 353CAPTIVA@gmail.com. So look at some warm-up tosses out on the field. Gus Sandberg, sophomore athlete. Ethan Miller, his catcher, was number 29. Freshman athletes. They're going to throw one down. They'll throw it down to second base. And they're going to toss the ball in from the outfield. Brent Robbins is going to toss it in. So first batter going to bat here in the top of the 3rd inning is going to be the 2-hitter. Number 1, Jace O'Neill. Jace O'Neill in 8 ball games. 26 at-bats. 19 plate appearances. First pitch comes in, swing and a miss. No balls, one strike. Steps back in. Jace O'Neill plays in right field. Swung on, foul ball. Gonna go back to the screen. No balls, two strikes. Right-handed batter's box. Jace O'Neill, a member of the senior class. Here comes a pitch from Sandberg. Breaking pitch inside a ball. Nearly got O'Neill. If O'Neill wanted to be hit by pitch, he could have been hit by pitch right there. He wants to hit the ball. Here comes the 1-0. You step out. O'Neill steps out, now steps back in. Home plate umpire might have asked him to. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll take it to right center. It's going to be a little air underneath it, and Ryan Schumer makes a good play at second base. He followed the path of that ball, probably caught it about 10, 12, or 15 feet out in the grass. There's one out here in the top of the third inning. Next batter going to step in. He wears number 8, Caden Armstrong. Caden Armstrong, third baseman. Caden Armstrong, also a member of the senior class for the Bombers. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Sandberg. Might have been a breaking pitch, lost the grip, inside and tight. Ball one. Kind of a brisk night, difficult way to get your fingers around the baseball and the seams to throw that curveball. Full swing, ground ball, third base. Going to come in and make the throw on the run, and Gavin Boutel makes it look easy. Textbook play from Boutel at third base. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Next batter for the Bombers going to be the 4-hitter, number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb plays shortstop. Caden Webb, a member of the sophomore class. Here comes the first pitch from sophomore. Sandberg, swing and a miss, fastball. No balls, one strike. On deck is Tyson Cotner, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. Might have been an off-speed pitch there from Sandberg. A little bit out in front of it was Caden Webb. Count goes 0-2. Peering in, how the wind up. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. He'll foul this one back out of play, right side. So Caden Webb fighting him off. No balls, 2 strikes. Working on that quality at bat. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on. He'll take it to shortstop. Over the glove of Hudson Gutwein. Floated right over. And it looked like he was on target, but that ball just kept lifting. So base hit off the bat of Caden Webb. So Webb is at first base. Next batter going to be a left-handed batter, number 12, Tyson Cotner, second baseman. Tyson Cotner, I think, as mentioned, he is a freshman. Left-handed batter's box. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. Good placement there by Sandberg. Working that outside edge. Some people call it a corner. I'm not sure how it's called a corner. Here comes the pitch from Sandberg. Outside edge again. Relocation, duplicating pitches. Sandberg, count goes 0-2. 0-2, 2 out. Working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, foul ball, left side, out of play from the left-handed bat of Tyson Cotner. I'm not sure Cotner may be a switch hitter. He plays right-handed at second base. Out of the stretch, now the set, steps off the back, does Sandberg. He'll step back in. So Cotner going to walk away from the batter's box, probably about 8-10 feet. That's probably a bit far for the batter. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, ground ball, third base, cleans it well, and Gavin Boutel throws across the diamond. And Lucas Gerke with a good stretch makes the put out. And the Knights will bat in the bottom of the third. The Bombers leave one aboard. That's from the base hit of Caden Webb. And the Knights are going to bat in the bottom half of the third inning. And I appreciate that. And I will mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. When you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 20 plus years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the real estate IQ, it's a high IQ. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. You can contact her by cellular phone or text message at 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. You call her, I'm sure she'll return your call, even if you call from Tippecanoe County or further. I'm getting ready to throw one down. Jackson Jones taking final warm up tosses from Caden Rowland. Knights are going to send to the plate. First batter in the bottom of the third, going to be number 3, Jackson Kane. As mentioned, Jackson Kane is the designated hitter here in the ballgame. He's batting in place of defensive player Ethan Miller, number 29. He's doing the catching. So Jackson Kane, familiar with the catcher's position. Coach Borden giving him a little bit of a day off, not too much, but he's going with Ethan Miller, the freshman, doing the catching in today's ball game. Working from the windup, peering in, looking at signals. Caden Rowland. Here comes the first pitch to Kane. Outside a ball. Difficult ball to get to. That was a little bit more outside than Jackson Jones has been stopping. That one gets by the glove. Probably going to go in the book as a wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. You're working from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Junior class athlete, Jackson Kane. Right-handed in batter's box. Here comes the 1-1. Take one to center field. This is going to be a pop fly ball on the infield. Just behind the pitcher's rubber and in front of second base. Had to jog in a little bit of a way there. Caden Webb, shortstop, made the catch. There's 1 out. Isaac Seppinger. He entered as a pinch runner. Not sure if he stayed in the ball game at that spot in the lineup, but he's batting now. Left-handed batter's box. Pitch comes in. Breaking pitch, outside edge. Strike called. Well placed by Caden Rowland. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Rowland. Out of the set. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. Just inside. If he'd have swung, it probably got the handle of the bat. Count goes 1-1. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Count goes 2-1. Gus Sandberg is on deck for the Knights. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the set. Rowland. Here's the pitch to Seppinger. Ground ball, first base. 1 hop right in the glove. Room service at first base for Daniel Marlowe. And he'll get the out unassisted at first base. 2 outs on the diamond. Knights batting in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bombers taking care of business right here in the 3rd inning. And stepping in, right-handed batter. He's doing the pitching in today's contest. That's Gus Sandberg. Out of set. Caden Rowland. First pitch. Just above the zone. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out. Gus Sandberg batting. Out of set. Here's the pitch. Right down meridian. Strike called. Watch as one go by. Gus Sandberg, we'll mention 20 at-bats entering this game. 17, I should say 20 plate appearances, 17 at-bats. He's batting .294. Here's a pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sandberg has a 350 average getting on base. And he's got 5 hits, 4 singles, and he has 1 double. He got 5 RBI. He scored 3 runs. Pitch comes in tight in that right-handed batter's box, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sandberg might see a good pitch right here. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So we'll toss the bat aside. He'll head to first base. And Sandberg might jog back to the dugout. He will. Coming out to run for him is Jack Reisman. Jack Reisman at first base. Sandberg going to get ready to pick up his pitching glove. Stepping into bat once again is number 12, Alex Schumer. Working from the stretch. Left-handed batter's box. Schumer, here comes a pitch. He'll take one to center field. It's going to be right at him. Going to make the play there. That's Kason Shanley. Nice stroke. Now off the bat right there. And Schumer going to be retired for out number 3. So I tell you what, Colton, tomorrow night you're talking about the Bears. Who's the Bears going to pick tomorrow night?
I'm not too sure, but maybe Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, he's talked about. They say he's the best quarterback in the draft. But they're saying that the best non-quarterback in the draft that'll be picked, the first non-quarterback is going to be there's a player for the Colts. Remember that war number 88 caught a lot of passes. You remember him?
I'm not sure.
I tell you what, he'd catch the ball. He caught him all the time, and then he'd either get down on the surface or go out of bounds. But he caught a lot of passes, and he's in the Hall of Fame now.
That's amazing that you could do that.
He wore number 88. His name is escaping me right now. That's why I'm talking so much. But doggone it. Anyway, he's got a son that's playing, and he's named Junior. His same name. Gosh, I can't think of it.
I don't remember. I'm not a big Colts fan, but
I'm lost right now. But anyway, I tell you what, Colts are going to try to revamp, and they're probably going to need some linemen to block for that big quarterback they have.
Oh yeah. Then for the running game, I think their running back is pretty good, if I remember correctly.
Definitely so. I tell you what, you like football?
Yeah.
Do you like it more than baseball?
No.
That's a good answer. I'm having a hard time deciding. Thank you, sir. I'll try to think of that name. I should have known. I heard it on the way here. But anyway, stepping in. Go to bat. It's number 15. Jackson Jones does the catching for the Bombers. Here comes the first pitch from Sandberg. Inside edge, called strike. Got some help right here from my wife. Yeah, it's Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison, thank you. My wife texted me. Dang it, I just couldn't think of it. Marvin Harrison Jr. is the guy that's a non-quarterback. First guy that's going to be off the board. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Ground ball fielded by the pitcher. Gus Sandberg, left side of the mound. He'll toss it over. To now playing first base is Jack Reisman for the Knights. Jack Reisman, where's number 31? He's a senior. 6'5", 220. Man, a lot of people would love to be his size. A lot of them. Here comes a pitch from Sandberg. Swing and a miss. In the batter's box is number 4, Daniel Marlowe. First baseman. Marlowe batting in the 7th spot. Marlowe steps back in. Here comes a pitch. He'll take a drive to center field. Bren Robbins playing in the right spot. He was playing him to pull the ball. And right there, he'll make the catch in shallow center field. There are 2 out. Top of the 4th inning. Bombers batting. Second game of a 2-game set for West Division Hoosier Conference members. Here comes the first pitch from Sandberg. Fouled back to the screen. In the batter's box is the 8-hitter, number 10, Diego Hernandez Reyes. Marvin Harrison. Daggone. Feel bad about not remembering his name. Peyton Manning knows his name. Foul ball out of play. That's who should say. That net got it. That net they put up pretty good. I tell you what, at Forest Park in Noblesville, the back diamond and the front diamond, they put 100-foot poles up, 7 of them. They're going to put a net on it to save the ball from going into the swimming pool. Here comes a pitch from Sandberg. Outside edge, strike called. He'll set him down looking. So Sandberg going to jog off the diamond. Get some medium fives there with Coach Bourdonnais. The Knights are going to bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Arcadia Industrial Park and Storage. That's in Arcadia, Indiana. They have indoor, outdoor storage with flex storage availability. You can call to reserve space for that safe and secure storage space location in Arcadia. They have indoor storage for your boats, RVs, or your precious automobiles. Could be a Corvette, could be a Mercedes, a Jaguar, a Lexus, or maybe even a car that you have had restored, and maybe over there at AGM Auto. And we'll mention for outdoor storage, always available. To contact Arcadia Industrial Park and Self-Storage, simply go online on the web at www.aipsindiana.com. That's aipsindiana.com, or you can call them by phone at 317-774-1500. Again, their number is 317-774-1500. So they're getting ready to toss one down. Catcher, Jackson Jones. Where's number 15? Jackson Jones does the catching. He's a freshman. And I'm going to toss one down right now. Frozen rope, right on target. And the first batter here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Knights is going to be number 17, Gavin Butel. Gavin Butel, he's a senior in 15 games, 48 plate appearances, 40 at-bats. Gavin Butel batting .375, has a .457 on-base percentage. He's about like having a separate one-hitter, almost like that. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, outside edge, strike called. Gavin Butel has 15 hits entering this game. They're all singles. 8 RBI. He has scored 13 runs. He scored at least one in this ball game. Pitch comes in outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gavin Butel has walked 4 times. He's been hit by pitch twice. Here's the pitch. Float one, shallow left field. It's going to be called for by the left fielder. Had to run a long way. Diego Hernandez Reyes makes the catch. So with 1 out, next batter going to step in. Knights shortstop, number 9, Hudson Gutwine. Last time up, Hudson Gutwine took a called 3rd strike, believed to be up above the zone. But I got to mention this home plate umpire doing a pretty darn good job. I mean, nobody's perfect except for one guy. And we are thankful for that one guy. Very much so. Pitch comes in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Out of the set. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch. Didn't get a good grip. Stayed inside and tight. 2 balls, no strikes. As Roland checks out the right fingers. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Stays high again. 3-0 count. Hudson Gutwine, shortstop. Where's number 9? Hudson Gutwine. That's a name that's been around for 4 years. He's a senior. High and tight in the box. Had to duck to get out of the way of that one. So Hudson Gutwine almost got hit with ball 4. He'll jog down to first base. Now we're going to see number 31, Jack Reisman. Reisman is playing in his 7th game on the season. He's a senior, as mentioned, 6'5", 220. First pitch outside of ball. Right-handed batter, Jack Reisman. Pitcher and a first baseman. This is his 4th plate appearance this season. He's had 1 at bat. He got a 667 on base percentage. Short hops a glove. Going to get by the glove this time. Jackson Jones goes back to the screen, and Hudson Gutwine rounds second base pretty heavily. I think he was going to stay, but he might have been trying to draw a throw. 2 balls, no strikes. Jack Reisman, he's got 1 RBI. He's been on base enough to score 4 runs. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Right-handed pitcher, Caden Rowland. Right-handed batter, Jack Reisman. Got to pick up that rotation or see that elbow. He's got 1 hit by pitch. He's been hit once. Here's a pitch. Swung on. Good swing. Foul ball. Third base. Coach Bordnay tried to glove it with that glove, and that is a skin-tight glove on that left hand. Coach Bordnay used to fielding ground balls here as a shortstop for Central Catholic, as a second baseman over there at Purdue. Working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch. Going to watch it go by. He'll jog back to the dugout. So 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stepping into bat, we're going to see number 25, sophomore Vince Telenko. 6', 155. Going to be his first bat of his varsity season. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. Telenko got that orange bat. You can see that orange bat even if it was dark. But he steps back in, right-handed batter's box. Runner at second base is Hudson Gutwine. Swung on, going to be a base hit. Third base off the glove. Made a good effort. Caden Armstrong. I'd call that a base hit, wouldn't you? Off the glove there at third base. Difficult play to make. I thought that was going to get over his glove, but it probably got the top of that snow cone glove, but he couldn't hold it. The next batter going to step in going to be Bryn Robbins. Right-handed batter's box. Bryn Robbins, center fielder in this ball game. Out of the set, Caden Rowland. Swing and a miss. I think Robbins hadn't made his mind up quite quick enough there on that swing. Tell you what, Bryn Robbins swinging a good bat for the Knights. Batting .409, .509 on base percentage. Next pitch comes in. Going to call it on the outside edge. Bryn Robbins knows that's only the 2nd strike, but a questionable call right there. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryn Robbins, senior class member. Another football player for the Knights. Big-time football player on deck. Pitch comes in outside. Good block by Jackson Jones. Step back in, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, ball 3. 3-2 count. Payoff pitch on the way. Peering in, looking at signals, Caden Rowland. Out of stretch, now the set. Here's the pitch to Robbins. He'll foul one straight back out of play. So he'll work and stay in the count right there. 3-2 again coming up for Robbins. Runners at first and third base for the Knights. Jackson Kane is on deck. Peering in, looking at signals. Rolling. Now out of the set. Here comes the pitch to Robbins. Inside, ball 4. So bases are all occupied by the Knights. 2 out. Next batter, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane in 15 ball games, 55 plate appearances, 44 at-bats. He's batting .227, .345 on base. He has 10 hits. Here comes the pitch. He's going to drive one to left field. It's going to be a foul ball. Going to come in a long way, dive for it, couldn't make the grab. What an effort. He had the ball sprawled out. He was laid out for it. Should say Diego Hernandez Reyes. He had it in the glove, but when he hit the surface, he couldn't hold it. What an effort in left field. That's a foul ball. He ran a long way. So Jackson Kane has new life. Almost a circus catch by Reyes. He seems to be all right. Something like that knocked the breath out of you. He's okay. No balls, one strike. Jackson Kane going to step back in. Bases loaded. 2 out. Wind's picking up, getting kind of brisk, isn't it, Colton? Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. Going to get by the catcher, coming in to score from third base. That was off the glove. Difficult backhand to make there. A short hop, I should say. And coming in to score from third base is Hudson Gutwein. Knights have runners at second and third base. So Cade Minnick at third base, Brendan Robbins at second base. Jackson Kane steps in with a 1-1 count. Working from a stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Outside and high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfielders in right and center might be playing a bit in too much. Left field playing Jackson pretty good. Here comes the pitch. High and away. And then Jackson's going to stay in that box. 3-1 count. Could be a good pitch. Wind's kind of blowing in from left field. Here comes the 3-1. Foul ball back to the screen. Foul tip off the catcher off of Jackson Jones. He's okay. They throw the ball back in. 3-2 pitch on the way to Jackson Kane. Peering in, looking at signals. Caden Rowland out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Take that back. That's Talenko at third base. And he almost came in a bit too far there. I'm not sure if he thought the bases were loaded or the ball was going to get by the catcher. But he got back. Bases are loaded for the Knights. Stepping in is number 41, Isaac Seppinger. Here comes a pitch from Rowland. First pitch called strike. Outside edge. A little bit of an encouragement. Sometimes you got to encourage the pitcher. That pitcher, he needs encouragement. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2 to Seppinger. So no balls, 2 strikes. Seppinger steps back in. Left-handed batter's box. He has some strength. He hit one out of here last week in batting practice. But he's just looking for good contact on this 2-strike pitch. Going to foul one left side. Going to float out of play. Just over the foul fence. Reyes gave it another valiant look as the left fielder. So stepping back in. No balls, 2 strikes. Seppinger, left-handed batter's box. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of stretch, now the set. Here comes the 0-2. Foul ball back to the screen. Staying alive in the batter's box. Seppinger getting pretty close to a quality at-bat. He has 20 quality at-bats on the season. That's in 39 plate appearances. Half the time. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, backdoor, just misses outside. Rowland had pretty good command of that curveball right there. Some umpires would give it to him. But the umpire here would make a good sectional umpire. Outside, tried to backdoor curveball. It's going to go outside, going to go back to the screen. Off the glove. And Vince Talenko, going to score a run. And then Vince Talenko going to score his first run this season. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Isaac Seppinger. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 4th. Working out stretch. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So he'll wave at it. He'll go back to the dugout. He'll jog back. Knights come up with two in the bottom of the fourth. After four completes, Knights 16, Bombers 0. Bombers going to bat here in the top of the fifth inning. And we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by AGM Auto LLC. They're in Arcadia. AGM Auto is located half-mile west of Arcadia, Indiana, on 266th Street. That's in Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need of the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. A second type of service offered at AGM Auto, they restore classic cars and trucks. They'll help you with the restoration. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. You can see them on Facebook. They're at AGM Auto LLC, or call them at 317 984 5283. If you want to go up there on the Facebook, you might see a 62 Ford, a 72 Monte Carlo, a 72 Chevelle. They do restoration. They are good. You want your car restored, that's the place to go. I tell you what, Colton, last night, Pacers got a win. Did you see that? Pacers got to win by 17.
Over the Bucks, I want the Pacers to beat the Bucks.
Well, they won by 17 last night. The Bucks only beat them by 15 the first time.
Oh yeah.
Who you for?
But I meant no Pacers.
Foul balls. Gonna stay around the plate in the batter's box. Number 11, Case and Shanley. But yeah, I tell you what, the Bucks used to have Kent Benson play for them. Remember him?
A little bit.
He was an IU grad back in '76. They won all 32 games that year and won the NCAA with Bobby Knight.
That's crazy, amazing.
That is crazy. So in the batter's box is Case and Shanley. Here comes the pitch, outside edge, strike called. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter's box, Case and Shanley. Here comes the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gonna step back in. Straightaway stance for Shanley. He played center field a couple nights ago. You're gonna pop one to right field. It's gonna be playable but foul. And Jack Reisman gives it a good effort. But over the head catch, difficult to make. But we know that Marvin Harrison Jr. going to be making a lot of catches like that in the NFL. Well, the Vikings could use him. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Sandberg. Outside edge, might have been outside half, might have been just below the kneecaps, and strike 3's called. There's 1 out, top of the 5th inning. Next batter, Caden Rowland. Caden Rowland doing the pitching in today's ball game. He'll step in, left-handed batter. Bit of an open stance on the toe right there at the front foot. Right foot outside, ball 1. Lifts that heel off, just off the surface right there, that front leg. See that? Toe tapper. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brent Robbins playing a bit shallow in center field. Caden Minnick a bit shallow in right field. And let's see what he can do. It's going to be a foul ball. Foul territory right there at home plate. Ethan Miller tried to grab it. I tell you what, it was foul, but it was right above the head of Rowland. And Rowland going to stay in that box with a 1-2 count. Peering in, looking at signals. Gus Sandberg out of the wind. Here's the pitch. Going to foul 1 straight back. You're staying in the box again with a 1-2 count. Caden Rowland, he is the one hitter. He's the only leadoff batter in today's ball game. Here comes the 1-2 from Sandberg. Backdoor curveball. I'm going to set him down. I'm going to say it was a strike. So they're going to set him down. He's in disagreement, and I have to say I am too. But one ball, two strikes. You got to protect the zone. You got to fight him off, get you to good. Here comes a pitch from Sandberg. High and inside, ball one. Jace O'Neill batting. He wears number one, right fielder for the Bombers. Here's the pitch from Sandberg. Swung on and go to center field. Going to back up Brent Robbins. He'll veer to his left. He'll make the catch. And that's going to complete today's ball game. So the Knights going to capture a win. Final score, Knights 16, Bombers 0. They're going to cross in front of home plate. They're going to shake hands. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention the Rensselaer Central Bombers. The next two games going to be a two-game set with West Lafayette. They'll play Monday, the 29th. That'll be a 5:30 start at Rensselaer Central. They'll play Tuesday, the 30th of April. Have that listed as a 5:45 start. That'll be at West Lafayette. And the Knights will play tomorrow. They will not play at Northwestern tomorrow. The webpage, Put Me in Sports, I think is accurate. We thank Robbie Kendall for that. And we'll mention, so the Knights are going to play tomorrow, 6 o'clock ball game at Lawrence Central High School. That's in Indianapolis. That's on the east side. And that game will start at 6. We hope you'll tune in if you can't be there live. But it should be a good ball game. They're a pretty good sized school. Coach Bornay would like to play them. So he lined it up today, and evidently both teams had available days on Thursday. So the Knights are going to play them tomorrow at Lawrence Central. And then the Knights will play their scheduled game on Friday. That's the 26th, 5:30 start on Friday at Rossville. We thank you for tuning in. We thank Mr. Colton Minnick. Colton, you're a dandy.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and you have some very nice parents.
Well, thank you. I want to say congratulations on how you talk about the game, explain everything. It's just amazing, man.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, we thank you because I have grandparents that live way out of town and they always listen to us. So.
Well, I'll keep talking. I do talk a lot, but I do say some things sometimes I wish I didn't say, but it's too late. Because a friend of mine told me, said one time, says it's just a moment in time.
Oh yeah, it's nobody's perfect besides one singular person. So
we'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay. See you too.
We're going to bow out of here. We thank you for listening. No matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I was just twisting it. I figured out that hour. I'll go down there and you hand it to me.
Which one do you want
I don't care.
This one. Light one.
Okay.
Start it.
Yeah. Hey, push the whole door that way and then flip that thing. Push it. Go up one more step. Go up one more step. There you go. Oh. There you go. There you go. There you go. Pull it. There you go. You got it? Thank you. I'm gonna miss you when you have to play again.
Well, you see me on the field, so.
I'll see you, don't worry. Still fine. Wait, but yours. I'm not seeing you.
Hey, we're post game. Going to talk to Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais, you got a good win. It was a good Conference West Division win.
Yeah, I thought our guys came out pretty focused and intense. And, we were patient at the plate, took what they gave us and came through with some big hits and got us through strikes, name of the game.
So we got to admit that Rensselaer Central, they've got some athletes on that team.
Yeah, they do. They have they're young in spots, which kind of hurts them, and they're down on their pitching a little bit. But I thought our guys really competed well today and played good all around baseball.
Coach, I'm going to talk to you as an athletic director now. You had to take your hat off for baseball, and then you had to get on your telephone, and you picked up a game tomorrow.
Yeah, we unfortunately not able to play Northwestern. They have a conference game they had to make up, but yeah, we're fortunate. Found Lawrence Central looking for a ball game as well, so we'll go down there. Looking forward to that. Big challenge for us. Big 4A school with some really good athletes, but it'd be a good test for our guys, and that's what the regular season's all about. Prepare us for the postseason.
Then you're going to come back and you have Rossville on Friday.
Yeah, Rossville always plays us tough. It's a potential regional opponent if we both get out of the sectional, and on a Friday night over there, it'll be a good test for us as well.
We're talking about Harlem Harrison. Number 88 is in the Hall of Fame. That's cool. All right, see you later. See you tomorrow. Okay.